Hi guys, right, the video that I'm about to show you was filmed a month and a half ago before this lockdown had started, so this is why, obviously, I'm going around working around people's houses, but it is a two-part one. It was to showcase the new JCC Hybrid 10s, I think it is. Obviously I only did first fix, so that's why I'm doing the introduction now to say to you guys, it's before lockdown, so obviously that's why I'm at work, and my kids have also wanted to say hello, but they're all PPPE'd up just in case. So,
COVID-19.
Morning YouTube people. Sorry if my face is puffy and I sound incredibly tired. Once again, anyone that's not had kids yet, really think if that's what you want, because I'm on day 4 of no sleep with my daughter being ill, so I look forward in 10 years time my videos are still online and I can happily sit in the corner and go, oh, watch that video, and I can go, you did this to me. Yeah, so kitchen, it's going to be really nice and tidy really, so I'll spin you around. So customers dropped the ceiling down. As you can see, this is what I get quite a bit with some jobs, is lots of sockets and switches all hanging from the ceiling and under cupboard lights. So the house isn't too old, I'd say 20, 30 years old. I don't remember these being built. I remember being told when they were built. So we're in the next town along from where I live. What we are doing today is obviously the new kitchen going in. There's a few things being shifted across. There was a wall here, which you can see, that's why that's dropped down. The kitchen was extended to here. All this stuff's being rejigged, cut off. One little thing is the extractor fan, a few spurs going here, and then the extractor fan is having one from the ceiling sort of thing, so we need to do a cable there. I'll run you through the plans just here a second. So plan wise, the only thing that's changing on here is the extractor here, because you've got this soil stack here, which wasn't taken into consideration with the kitchen. The cooker here is coming out on the angle, the extractor, so that's sort of why that's like that. What I'm doing is an undercovered light drop to go over there, a socket to be plugged in over there, light switches, that one needs to be dropped, that one needs to be brought in a little bit and dropped. The cooker unit, which I spoke to the customer, this has always been like that, that's the way it was always been done. 25mm pattress, and yeah, on its side. So good job. But that's been cut off, dragged across throughout the ceiling, all the way across, and then there's a big housing unit here, and we're just going to put it down here. Obviously with a single socket as well for the unit. That's pretty much staying the same. I'm just sort of rejigging the wall lights. That's one wall unit. So yeah, what we've sort of gone for, customer wanted bright as possible, so I'll spin you around so I'm not got any light on the camera. There's 16 downlights going in here, so 2 sets of 8. Separate switches. The doors are being knocked out, it's becoming an archway, so switch for each side of the room. I need to stick a heat alarm up here somewhere. There should already be main smokes in the edge of the property, so I'll have to pinch one off that. So yeah, what I'm using is the JCC V50s. I've not used a V50 before, and also the JCC new undercovered LED strips, which I've not got with me because obviously this is first fix, so I'll show you obviously later on in the video when I get hold of them. So yeah, I think I'm going to start with this mess first. That's going to be reattached and taken over there and there. The fuse spur here is being reattached and go back over there, and then that socket there is going to be pushed across to over there, and then this one's just going to get rid of. So we'll use a few of the maintenance-free joint boxes up in the ceiling, extend across. Yeah, we'll start with that. So I'll stick in the side. I'm obviously always expert electrical, 10%, Bundy 10. I'll sit on the side with a bit of a time lapse. Before I start, just come round, measured out exactly where I want it. So obviously that'll be the cooker one, and then out of that as well, I'm also running out an undercupboard light. New light switch position between the edge of the cab and the architrave. We've had to lower them down a bit as well because this is going to be here, the top or at the bottom of the cupboard, so light switch has been brought down a little bit. We've got one there going up, so mask on, multi-tool out, and just get these out, make the mess. And unfortunately Adam's not here because he's at college, so I end up sweeping up, gross. And yeah, I'll stick you in the corner. Right, chasers are done. I didn't have a 47mm one, so I've just sunk it back in the wood a little bit for the cooker. Chasing's done. It's dot and dab, so I'll be able to feed the cable through there, and I'll clip it, cap it there. Go straight behind the oven. It's brought across. Same thing with there. It's going up, down. That one, if I can't pull enough, I should be able to pull enough cable, which is up here for there. I'll put some crimps in that and put a blank plate on, but I think we'll have more than enough just to pass the cable straight through. Under cupboard lights, socket. I had to chase that one all the way up because the dot and dab is extremely close to the wall. I can't get my fingers behind it, so I've just done a little channel. And then I've kept all these. I'm gonna just pop them back in afterwards to make it a lot cleaner finish for the customer. Gonna disconnect the cooker now. The customer's just putting the unit together because we're trying to get the oven back up and running today. So obviously they're not without an oven. So I'll disconnect the oven, pull that out, put it to one side, and then we'll tackle this. We've got a few runs up. That's the under cupboard lights that side. I've got it up here. Rods up for there. The oven's been pulled over across. Sorry I haven't filmed much for a minute. Like I said, my customer's just trying to put this together, and I've had a look with him. We're actually missing a piece. So until that's up and out of the way, I can't really deal with all this stuff yet. So bear with, and we should have it together soon, fingers crossed. That's all right, go on, it's fine. Yeah. So now we've put the capping on there. I've put some capping on behind it. That's the best thing when you can cut some plasterboard and it's dot and dabbed. You can just paste it back in afterwards and fill it, and then it's not a whole skim job. Which we did do over here, didn't we? Unfortunately, my customer had a bit of a tidy and chucked the plasterboard away for there, but that is what it is. Sorting this out now. So we've got a ring here. So I've marked out on this one here and on this one here is the two legs, and then everything in between is going to go. I've already run a leg over to the fuse spur and then the load out, which is going to be the extractor fan of the ceiling. So I'm just going to turn this off at the board, split the ring, send one leg over there, and then the other leg is going to be run to here, which then goes all the way across to here, and then it returns, and then the other leg drops down to there. So we'll just complete the ring again. Once that's done, we'll then start on the lights. Right, so I'll run you through what I've done in a second. I'm just about to use socket. So it's the shield that lets you do, when you're doing first fix and you want to get the power back on. Obviously sometimes you would just leave this loose if it's been plastered, or take the back up, which isn't very safe. But then the company sent me these the other day to have a go with. So you put them on. Obviously you meant to put it on beforehand, but I didn't realise that until afterwards. So then that will go into the box like that. And then that allows you to put some long terminal pins in there, which are actually supplied by them. So let me just whiz this on, I'll show you what it looks like after. So that's on. Obviously you can't put your fingers behind. People can still paint and plaster around it. And then from what I've seen on here, well, you can see that. Once it's done, instead of removing it all, the edge, it's got a snap edge, so you just snap it and pull it off. Or if you want to reuse it, I presume you can just undo the socket and do it that way. So yeah, using them more often, a lot safer. Right, just run you around here. So the ring's been extended down, dropped down, capped, maintenance free joint across. So we've got rid of all them cables that were here. This one now is just going to be for the extractor as and when it goes up. So now I'm just going to do the undercupboard lights. So they're going to be brought across to here, another maintenance free joint screwed, and then this drop goes to that one there, and then the other one there goes to one over there. I've just put some boxes on just to be a bit safer. Yeah, so I'll do that and I'll report back. Another box on, nice and safe. And the light switches as well. They're good, I like them. That one there. So all that stuff's done now. So now to the main thing of the light. So 2 sets of 8. So we've got obviously the feed there and then the feed here. Obviously joint box in there, maintenance free one, and then I just need to sort of measure out the half of the kitchen. So here's going to be half, so that side will do 8, that side will do 8, if not 6, how the joists allow, because obviously we've got a few double joists which are here, so the measurements aren't exactly the same all the way across. Obviously they are from here across, so we'll just sort of see as and where it drops. Right, so what I've just done now is cable drum, marked out where I want my lights. I've just pulled an entire loop all the way through, got to my M1, stuck a cable clip in it just there to support that. So I've marked off that wall, that line there, and that line there, and squared is here in this cavity. Pulled it back, this is my next one, clip on there, left enough slack, looped it down. So what we'll do once that's done is come across to here, I marked on there. This will have enough slack, I'll put a cable clip in it so the cables can't slide too much. Enough will be done for the loop. It'll probably be clipped on this one, just so it leaves the loop. And I'll get that done, I'll run you through after. Okay, so all the lights are done. This is what I'm on about. So I left that hanging down, that one. They will just be twisted up like that. So when I need to cut hold of the board, it should be accessible. That's what I've done there. Maintenance free joint, hung the bulb off. The bulb will be disconnected once it's boarded. So obviously the bulb won't go live up in the ceiling. Across there, so we've got 8 that side, 6 this side. Switches are all on. Happy with that. So I'm going to go around. I've done my wiring diagram now. So what I do is when we board it, draw a kitchen plan out. So stars represent all my downlights, and then you want to go off sort of permanent walls that aren't being touched. So 700 by 600, and this side it's obviously duplicated across for measurements. So what I'll do now is take a picture on my phone of this piece of paper. So on my photos, the location's turned on, so this photo on my phone will be located if I go onto places at this address. So if I ever lose this, then I've got backup. So yeah, right, done for now. For now, for today. All right. So next time we're back here, we'll be cutting the ceiling out, putting the lights in, undercupboard lights, and then fixing out a few sockets. So I'll see you then.